IDC sees education as vital for the social and economic well-being of our country. Through the Whole School Development Program, we have targeted 20 schools across the country, with the aim of improving each school's functionality and education outcomes. Employing specific criterion, the IDC worked closely with the Department of Basic Education as well as provincial education departments to select the 20 schools.
First and foremost, we were looking for public schools, and they also needed to be secondary schools because we wanted to link them with our external bursary program. And also, apart from showing acute needs of the school, we also needed schools that showed commitment, enthusiasm, and also the willingness to participate and take ownership of the project.
The IDC has selected schools from each province as part of the Whole School Development Program in support of the basic education and partnership with Schools Accord. The challenges facing these schools are numerous and varied.
One of the most important challenges is that our students move from poverty into poverty, to put it very bluntly.
This community is needy, and that can be evidenced from most of our learners who don't have school uniform.
Discipline is quite a challenge in the school, mainly because most of our learners, it's either they're orphans or they're child heading.
Most of our learners here are the heads of the family. They are becoming the fathers and the mothers of the family because parents have passed on.
Education is a triangle. We need to have the learner there, the educators, and the parents. Parents are expected to play a very vital role, but within this community, we don't get that support.
Yes, we are having a very, very high rate of teenage pregnancy and substance abuse, in so much that we are rated as the number 2 or number 1 in the charts.
The dealers are using our kids to selling the drugs on different corners in different areas of Atlantis.
And these learners, if you look at their socioeconomic background, they are of the poorest of the poor people that I know of. They live, most of them, in squatter camps, what they call informal settlements, and RDP. Some of them don't have food to eat. They come here to school to have food here. Now they must come into a workshop and sit in a place like this. And I can't give them what I really, how shall I put it, what we are really capable of giving them. But I can't do that because I don't have the resources.
Every parent in each and every village is now attracted to this particular school because of its successes, and that piles a lot of pressure in terms of overcrowding.
Each and every teacher should have his or her own classroom to create the class atmosphere so that learners can learn optimally.
Because in class we are around 70 in one class, in just one class. It makes it very difficult.
We tend to teach other learners under the tree. This is very unusual for such a school that performs this way, to work in such conditions.
At the moment, we don't have a regular supply of water at our school. Our electricity is on and off. The municipality is not doing their bit in coming to suck the sewage. Like I'm indicating to you right now, it's overflowing. It's a very serious health problem that we are facing.
You can see the infrastructure of the toilet is very poor here. We have got pit toilets, they do not flush, the doors are not even opening. And then the sanitation here is not healthy for learners. They can't even wash their hands after.
If we had the toilets and the flushing taps to wash our hands, we would be much happier.
We have infrastructural problems here at our school. The buildings, especially most of the classrooms, very, very dilapidated. And the situation is quite appalling because it affects learning and teaching in our school.
Yeah, we've got big challenges. We store the lab equipment in the guards room, which really you can see is a big challenge. We don't have infrastructure to store anything. We don't have labs, we don't have anything.
The thing that we need in the school is better infrastructure. The classes that we attend in, the containers, when it's hot, they are hot. When it's cold, they are hot. It's almost the same as the shacks. It's the same thing practically.
I thought this was going to be a better school, more than my primary school, but to my surprise, there are no computers. We don't even have a computer laboratory.
We don't have a library here at school. They don't have access to books. A teacher would like a learner to read at least 2 or 3 books per month and do book reviews.
So we've got few textbooks that we are using which does not cover the whole grade. For example, we've got a literature book which is Storyscapes, which is being used by grade 10, 11 and 12. And we only have 190 copies, which needs to cover plus minus 600 learners.
We need a library to get more information, a portable information from valuable sources, which is that's why we need a library.
I think we lack the resources such as a good equipped science lab, because science without the practical aspect is non-existent.
Majorly the learners, they are trying their best, but the unfortunate part is because they don't have the laboratory. So there's no way we'll be able to go through most of these experiments, the demonstrations, so that we're able to see it live.
There are not a lot of advantages because we need a lot of things, especially for science learners, because we don't have a laboratory.
For us to do experiments, educators have to move to Kronstadt or to Sasolburg to have experiments done there.
It is often expected of us to make the best of our lives, but how can we if we have limited resources? Facilities like a CAT lab, computer applications technology lab, computers, science labs, and if you even look at the orientation of the school, we're a science school, yet we lack the basic necessities to perform these science and computer works on.
When you come from a poor background, you want to succeed one day and you want to get out of poverty and do something good for yourself. So that's why it's very important. The success of a learner, especially our learners here, is very, very important to me.
So I want the school to have better access to better classes, build classes that even my children's children will be able to go into those classes and be like, my mother used to learn in this class and my children can also learn in this class.
You know, since I got the news that we've been accepted and adopted, I just couldn't stop smiling. That's probably the biggest present the school and the community of Atlantis could get. First of all, when I heard that the IDC is working from the whole school development perspective, I realized that this will be something that will impact not only on the physical infrastructure of the school, but also on the human resource and learners of the school.
I know that the school will be much better, will be a better place, and also the learners will be helped. If you can build a library for us, you can build a laboratory for us, it means that our learners will get more educated, our learners will have more knowledge about the things that they're being taught about.
If the IDC can assist us with some of the problems that I have raised, I see the students of this community and the community at large in another level.
With the help of IDC, I see us having a bright future. I see our school growing, and not only as a school but academically.
We hope to produce learners who will be diverse in careers from the school, who will go out to universities and specialize in many fields, more especially that deals with science and technology. That's what we wish for.
And I promise you, if this school can be provided with facilities, this school and the learners in this area can be fantastic and can make great things in this country. I promise you.
My dream is to be an architect.
I see it as my passion to grow my country into a better place.
A social worker.
I want to be a chartered accountant.
I want to be an economist.
A medical doctor.
I want to be an astronaut.
My dream is to make my mother happy.
A psychologist.
Biomedical engineer.
I really want to be a forensic scientist.
Aerospace engineering.
To be honest, I want to be an accountant.
I want to be an electrician.
And judge in the constitutional or the high court.
Human resource manager.
I can make a change as I want to.
The IDC proudly subscribes to the values and commitments of the Basic Education Accord and is committed to improving the quality of education for all.